Okay, so this is take two. Why take two? Because take one was a dismal failure. Yeah, I was doing tax stuff and accidentally shared a screen with a bunch of personal information on it. Hi, Vanya. You guys want to see my cat? See, say hi. This is Vanya. Sometimes she'll let you like sit there and just hold her like a little baby. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're talking about um, grade improvement modules. So the grade improvement modules are what you can do to improve upon your third quarter grades. So we're not asking everyone to, show up for school 5 days a week or anything like that. But what we do want to do is give you guys an opportunity, because I know a lot of people sit there, if you slacked off during third quarter or maybe had a bad test or two, that you're then in a position to where you're needing to improve your grade. So what we did was all the departments got together and we created these modules, basically like work packets. Okay, I'll let you go. We created these modules for all you guys to go ahead and improve your grades. So let me go over the basics first, and then we're going to go over information you should have already received, and then show you where everything is. So the basics, there are two modules, okay? So you can improve your grade up to 2 letter grades. So if you have a like 20% basically. So if you have a 67, then you can get all the way up to a B+. They are, and this is really important, they are pass-fail, which means they are all or nothing. If you only do like 70% of it, you're like, hey, I've got a 67%, I only need 3 percentage points, so I'm only going to do about a third of this packet. Nah. If you have a 67 and you're looking to get out of that D range, or let's say you have a 57, you want to pass the class, you want to get out of that D range. Well, the only way to do that is to complete the entire packet, or get into the D range rather, sorry. So if you have a 57 and you want to pass the class, you have to do the entire packet. Okay. Now think about this. It's a pretty sweet trade-off for you guys. So you guys were doing class about, a little over 4.5 hours a week in geometry. There are 10 weeks in the quarter, which means that there were, roughly 45 hours worth of geometry. So we're giving you guys these modules, which on average should take about 10 hours each, and saying, hey, for 10 hours, you can get a full grade boost. Okay? Not that shabby. So they are due on May 4th. They need to be completed, work shown, everything, and into my hands by May 4th. How are we going to do that? Well, there are 2 different ways you can do it. You can print it out, and you can actually bring it into the school, and then the school will get it to me. Or you can simply take pictures of the completed pages, or scan the completed pages, save them as a PDF, and then email those to me. Either one's absolutely fine. I personally would probably prefer the email one, just a little bit neater, less waste. But if you don't have that ability, then that's fine. If you don't have a printer at all, okay, so let's say that you just don't have access to a printer, no way to get one, there are 2 things you can do. You can either download the packet and then write out all the problems separately on paper, and then turn those pieces of paper in. Make sure you write down the problem number and the full problem. Or in the alternative, you can actually contact the school, and the school will provide you with the completed document. Not the completed document, but the complete document. You'll need to actually do the work. Okay, so where do we start? Let's share a screen. Share this bad boy right here. So each and every one of you guys should have gotten this. This is an email from Ms. Westbrook, and it kind of details what's going on. So you like your grade. So I was up late last night. I was put all the grades in for all the work that had been turned in through the end of the quarter. That included grading your test and putting the test grades in. And so your current grade, as is in the grade book, is what your grade would be if you do absolutely nothing. Okay? So what that means is if you have an F and you do nothing, you're stuck with an F. If you have an A and do nothing, you're stuck with an A. So do nothing. Now here's the other thing. So even though there's not a need to do anything, I'm still going to be providing you guys with these twice a week Zoom classes, follow-up YouTube videos, all of that stuff. And here's why. You guys are still going to need to know this stuff. You guys are still going to need to learn this stuff. You're still going to need to, use this stuff when it comes to Algebra 2. When you guys take the SAT or the ACT or anything like that, all the information that we would have been going over during fourth quarter, you guys are still going to need to know. So it's important that you guys actually sit there and follow through and at least try. Okay, I know that you guys just want to view this as, hey, listen, I got, twice the length of a normal summer break. And from driving around town, there are a lot of you guys who just don't care about the whole social distancing thing. But you guys need to take this seriously, and you guys need to realize that just because you're not in school does not mean that the expectations of you are, especially over the next several years, that those expectations change, because they don't. You guys still need to know this stuff. You guys still need to learn this stuff. So do your part. So if you're passing the class and you want a grade improvement, you do one module and that'll boost you up 10%. So let's say you're at an 88 and you really, 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 really want that A. Do a module, bump up to a 98. Okay? Failing. And this is really where I think most of you guys, or most of the work's going to come from. If you have between a 40 and a 59%, then you can actually pass this class still without having to do summer school. If you have between a 50 and a 59%, you do one module, turn it in, get the 10%, and you're good. If you have between a 40 and a 49%, you're going to need to do both modules to get a D. So make sure you check your grade. I will be accepting late work through for anything. So if you need assignments, if you need anything like that, just go ahead, reach out and email me, and I'll do what I can to get those assignments to you. Some of you guys have already done that, and I really appreciate that. So onward and upward. Okay, so where do we go? Where do we get these modules? What do they look like? How do they work? Again, really important that you get them back to me by May 4th because I want to have an opportunity. We have to have all our grades in by mid-May, and so I really want the opportunity to sit there and be able to, if, let's say, you didn't get enough done or you weren't doing them correctly, to be able to send those back to you and say, hey, listen, go back, look at this YouTube video or do this or do that, and try again. So there needs to be that opportunity for some back and forth between us. So make sure you guys work hard on these. Make sure you get them to me by May 4th. Okay. So go to Mingus Union High School. I'll reload it so you guys get the full experience. And what we want to do here, hold on just a second. What I do here is we want to close this out. And then see here where it says Learning Resources, Grade and Improvement Modules. We're going to click there. So here, this is all the different departments. So I'm going to click on Math, because that's what this class is. Sometimes you might have to reload it and then go back. And then I am Mr. Bernard. So we're going to click here. We are in Geometry. Click here. Grade Improvement. Click there. And here we are. So notice that we have two modules here. One is Geometry Grade Improvement Right Triangles, and one is Geometry Grade Improvement Similarity. Now, we were just diving into right triangles when the quarter ended. However, we just finished similarity. So if you're only doing one packet, I highly recommend that you do the similarity packet. And if you need to do the right triangle packet, go ahead and contact me and we'll kind of work through it. So this is how this works. You double click on that. Over here, the little download. Where are we going? Click on the download here. Scanning for viruses. And it should kind of auto pop up. So when you're going through this, these are the rules. I've already gone all of those over with you. May 4th, 7 a.m. Okay? That's when I need them by. If I don't have them by then, you do not get the credit. That's it. And you will get whatever grade you had in the third quarter. If you do the module and you get a fail, then nothing happens. It's not like your grade will go down. So all of the math teachers got together and we kind of did a collaboration on this. So this similarity packet was put together by Miss Lyons. Okay, so now this popped up. So this was at the point last time where the tax thing popped up because I had it open in the PDF. So notes, worked problems, and then an assignment. So this is where you're going to need to either print those out or write on the screen, not like on the actual computer screen, but using an application, and go from there. And that's it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out. Please keep involved. Please don't just blow off the rest of this year. And I can't wait to see all you guys next year or over the summer or whenever everything gets lifted. I just take care of you guys.